Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time. It was quite the, I want to say, explosive start to the day chance here, watching that 3-0 go down, but now we have another opportunity to see this tournament roll on. Can the Subliners continue this historic run through the lower elimination bracket, or will Dallas finally be that undulation in the road that they just couldn't get around? This one is going to be a delight. My name is Miles Ross, his name is Chance, and you, my friend, look ready to rock and roll.
Dude, I cannot be more excited for this. There's so many options of what we could talk about, but Clayster, for me, absolutely going to be the focus point, man. This team was one map away from getting double 3-0'd out of the tournament. Instead, Clayster now finds himself in a spot where he can just go on the revenge tour. Take down OpTic. Next, Dallas just got handed up on a silver platter by FaZe. He gets to play against his former team that he won a world championship with, and if he beats them, well, then he can go back and try to beat the teammates that he won a world championship with the year before and the players that he's got on Atlanta FaZe.
It's a herd of goats right now, but ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we get to it for this tournament matchup. Cannot wait to roll on this one. Let's meet them, the New York Subliners.
Don't let us down. Bring home a championship. Not one, not two, maybe 3 or 4.
Yo, Clayster, you don't bring home the championship, you out of here, boy.
Hey, if there's one thing about the city that I understand, it's that they don't tolerate losing.
He's in from behind again. Clayster with 2.
So I'm bringing championships. We're bringing them by the dozen.
Just make sure the snipes is hitting. Headshots only. Anything higher than the headshot is uncivilized.
What a Zuma is? Zookies, I'm zooming.
The stallion is frying. The stallion is cooking.
Not quite what I was thinking.
You guys gonna kill it out there.
Good luck this season.
Thank you guys so much. This season's for y'all.
Subliners, way to go. New York's behind you 100%.
We're bringing a championship to New York City.
New York Subliners, after being taken out clean 3-0 by OpTic in the start of the tournament, now find themselves battling towards that top 2 spot. Asim, Clayster, Diamondcon, and Mack. And if there's one thing we know for absolute certain chance, if New York win this series, Clay is going straight to Twitter.
I was going to say, even just for the memes to see what he has cooked up and prepared, ready to go, would be exciting, but obviously not a fun matchup for, I think, any team in the league outside of maybe FaZe to deal with. Dallas is incredibly tough. Difficult puzzle to solve, and well, Clayster, maybe that's what he's trying to figure out off screen right now. Just try to cook up that game plan and see what you can make happen.
It's going to be a tough one, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously we've seen these teams play each other. That previous series was a very strong indicator for me about where Dallas is at mentally and whether they have the resolve to bounce back now against their former teammate Clay and his new young guns. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet the Dallas Empire.
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in, you mate. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
Dallas Empire, current reigning world champions, just handed a very swift and deft 3-0 from Atlanta FaZe, but for Shotzzy, Crimsix, iLLeY, and Huke, this could well and truly be another day in the office. Do they have the resolve, the mental game, the acuity to honestly bounce back after a very tough loss chance? I think they do. I think they really do, and I think there's that edge of sort of fun, personal, I don't want to call it a vendetta, but going up against a team like NYSL, I think there's a little bit something special on this matchup.
I mean, it's just, make no mistake, right? Like, every loss is going to be tough for this team, but the one team they want to not lose to more than anyone else is whatever team Clayster is on. That is like the ultimate dagger of this is the man that you drop. You know you got to play against him. It is every single time. If Clayster picks up a 2 or 3 piece or clutches around in search, whatever it's going to be, all the players on Empire are going to have Clayster's voice in the back of their heads screaming at them. They spent a year with him. They know what it's like teaming with him. And they know if you let him get too hyped, it is not going to be a fun player to deal with. So that's very much a mental game right now for Dallas Empire. Don't let Clay get hot, man. Need to bounce back from the past series. It is just purely how well they can regain.
Scary thing as well, I mean, for this entire roster, they have been playing out of their minds for as long as possible. But let's have a quick look now, in just a moment, our game fuel keys to victory for this series. We've prepared them, we're ready to rock and roll on this one. And I think we're looking at Dallas' first chance. I mean, after that loss, it is going to be a very, very tough comeback without a shadow of a doubt against a team that has such an incredibly hot hand going into this match.
And look, the regain is the most obvious point possible, but it's obviously the most important one. It's not like Dallas Empire have like holes in their gameplay or don't know what's going on the map. They're an incredible team. They did just get flapped though, so you gotta bounce back. It is 80% mental, the other half is gonna be physical for them. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, you wanna beat NYSL with your SMGs, right? Like how many times have we seen New York, for example, like on Checkmate, where there'll be times where they pull out 4 XM4s, keep it on the sub maps. Let Shotzzy and Huke do their thing, because right now, when Huke is at his best, he's looking like one of the best players in the game.
Indeed. I mean, that was a thunderclapping from FaZe in that last series. But again, looking to see if those submachine guns can come rolling back here for NYSL. Again, look, eyes on Asim and Mack. We've seen Diamondcon's form be great recently. If they can keep up with the likes of Shotzzy and Huke, that is another one. We're going to look now at our Game Fuel keys to victory. New York, baby. Let's see what they have to do, Chance, to keep rolling in this tournament.
I mean, it's all about momentum. I mean, even generically for this team, it seems like they're either getting 3-0s or being 3-0. They are very streaky. And right now, they have the hot hand. This is going to be their 5th series they have played in this tournament alone. And then, of course, more importantly for them, well, on the flip side, Dallas is coming in with 0 momentum. So it is all about making sure that you get off to the gates with a very nice start, all out on the first hard point, and make sure you give Dallas no life at all.
No life whatsoever. Keep them down bad. But now we are going to take a quick look at our maps and modes. We don't exactly have the, I think we may have the map vetoes. I might have just received that from production. That sounds very cool, very exciting. And there it is. We do have the picks and bans. There we go. It's going to be Crossroads, Checkmate, Checkmate, Moscow, Miami, Chance. And there we have the vetoes as well.
And one of the things that stands out is that Crossroads hardpoint. We saw New York pull that out of the bag yesterday against OpTic. It worked wonderfully for them, but I think this might actually be a strong point for Dallas. It's the map they want to play, and that leans into the SMG aggression. Let Huke and let Shotzzy go absolutely crazy, and that's why, especially for the vetoes, taking out that Checkmate hardpoint, it just makes sense. You don't want to have to deal with that, like what, the quad XM4 setup they pull out at times, and then of course, even should we get there all the way to that Miami map number 5, well, we just saw Dallas. They're a strong team on it. They were 3-0. FaZe kind of showed them what's what, and you have to imagine, you know for a fact, New York has a very big bag of tricks. Might pull a couple things out for both of the search and destroys.
There's plenty of sorcerers on in New York, that's for sure. Now, our social soundboard powered by Astro. This one comes from our pal Mud Dog, who says, shout out to Clayster. The guy's been playing COD for like 32 years, and he's still frying. I actually saw about 20 tweets the other day. It was yesterday. Can't believe that Clay's still playing so good at 38 years old. Shouts to him. I think it was 42 was the highest age I saw Clay coming in there. But I'll tell you what, he looks every single day of it. Well done, Clay, for still keeping it together after such a long and arduous career. We love you, man. This could be a tough one. Again, brand new roster for this team going into the year. They have fallen with non-stop tragedy, whether it's players not being able to get into the country in the form of Hydra, and of course with Zuma and his his hand injury forcing him to retire. It has been non-stop for NYSL, but finally they seem to be turning a page now on a new chapter for this squad. And honestly, a victory here against Dallas would be unbelievable. But they do have a long way to go, there's no doubt about it. And Chance, Dallas as well. I mean, this is still our current reigning world champions. They did get slapped there by FaZe, but if anything, this is a squad that's been through the ringer a few times. They've had their ups and downs. They've had the highest of highs. After a loss like that, you have to assume they're going to be more dangerous. You have to assume they're going to have more fire in their bellies than ever before. Do you honestly think that this is going to be a walk in the park for either of these squads?
No, I absolutely do not. I mean, even when these teams are losing outside of that last 3-0, they're always close maps that they're playing on. Like if New York's getting beat in hardpoint, it's normally by less than 15 or 20 points. Always these teams are going to be competitive. And I would say for the world champ mentality, we know that they can bounce back, but it really is up to them to set the narrative. Either they can come out and thrash against New York and try to build that momentum in the FaZe series and be like, hey, look at that champion mentality. They just had a slow start. That's all it was. But if they falter here, well, that's something that just sticks in the back of your mind of like, damn, like those teams are just straight up better than us right now. So the narrative right now is what Dallas are trying to control.
The narrative. You write your own history, right? And for Shotzzy, Crim, iLLeY, and Huke now is the opportunity to bounce back in a big way. We're almost ready to get into this one, friends. The game's just about to start as we begin our lower bracket or elimination matchup here, playing for that top 2 spot, playing for a spot in our tournament finals here in the first major of the 2021 season. And we're going back to Crossroads. We've seen plenty of it this season so far. I mean, even the last 2 days, we've seen more Crossroads, I think, than we have in the entire first stage. And it has been an absolute delight. But that's it, friends. No more shuffling. Be Your phone's on silent. Put the pets outside of the room. Tell the kids to shove it. This is going to be an absolute banger.
Absolute banger in Dallas. Again, the hot start is important, not just to get momentum for this series, but even on this map. It's very early on in the year, but New York Subliners looked like the best P1 Crossroads team in the game when they had it. They just like blew OpTic out of the water, especially so on this hill. So really, I would say for Dallas, your SMGs need to get in the mix. You need to set the pace and do not let New York get comfortable. If Diamondcon ever gets posted up inside the hill, well, that'll be when problems start to get caused. And the SMGs, well, at least the first one to crack for Dallas, but they do get cleaned out.
Yeah, now you're still, the hard point may be what's going down now, but look at that right-hand side of the screen. Again, on Crossroads, very small map, looking to take control of those spawns for the next hard point. Mack now leading the charge, continuing his opening kill, finds himself his second. Asim backs him up before being traded out. So what you're doing now for the New York Subliners is a fine balancing act of managing that hard point while also containing the right-hand side of the map. So far, so good. A wonderful job. Empire are going to have to battle now from the front, spawning on the far left-hand side of the map, away from the next objective and the current. Diamondcon posted up, tags up a few. Crims now on top of the hard point. We will be seeing the next 15 likely go the way of Dallas, but already NYSL gearing up for the next one. And Chance, not a bad start for either team.
Not a bad start at all. Again, just trying to get that ball rolling. And now Diamondcon, well, he gets caught trying to find a nice little spot underneath the cliff. Crim goes hunting. Huke flying out of the window, hunts down a player as well. And frankly, P2 spots him. You just see their goal right now is to find Clayster and kill him. Job done. You secure the spawns. Not trying to get that hill time. You see Diamondcon putting on the pressure from the P1 side of the map while his teammates coming in from cliff.
Yeah, very well identified there by Dallas. They did not let Diamondcon get any closer to sort of put pressure on that close hard point. From up top, Clay's going to win the trades, and a nice shot into iLLeY, but not enough to get the full kill. iLLeY finds one, Crim finds the other two, and with that, NYSL back on spawn, far side of the map. Not a good thing for the time being. They still have 30 seconds left in this hard point, but not a bad thing whatsoever when it comes to grabbing the next hard point over by third. That's going to be the fire building. Structure just to the right of Asim now, but he's still going to make a push for the old one. Again, 20 seconds to be had. Valuable hard point time, if ever we've seen it. And already, Chance, I mean, we're seeing those submachine guns making the difference right now. Mack's a little slow at 2 and 6. Want to see a bit more production out of him. At the same time, almost everyone there on the Dallas Empire, things are looking squeaky clean.
I'll say, that's some great spawnage management coming in from York as well, right? They sent 2 players to go and sort of fight for that scrap just to be annoying and chip away some time. And while they're doing that, well, they still retain the spawns for new. Big door pressure's all here. It's the triple hit from the side. Diamondcon knows one player came out for the cross, and you see Shotzzy. He's trying to run away and play his life, and you see job well done. He flips the spawn for his teammates. Diamondcon next level knows what's going on, knows the players in the back, so now he's buying his teammates time inside the hill, but long term, Shotzzy may have made the play.
It's a one-man play right now. He has to stay alive for so long, and he's doing a good job. Ooh, he almost managed to get Crim as well. Crim now from the back finds a couple of big ones. That's a nice bit of work there from Dallas. Crim leading the charge, 11 and 7 overall. That was his 3rd in a row. 20 remaining on this hard point. We're going to go over towards the far left-hand side again. The dreaded barrels. One of the last times we will see it here in the Call of Duty League. Again, we're going to be rolling over to the next patch at the start of the next season. Stage, rather. We'll see how we go. Diamondcon, once again, manages to slither his way all the way to the back rock side. So Chance, he managed to flip that one as well. A nice play from NYSL.
Just spawn flips on spawn flips, and well, it's a 13-point game, so any advantage you can get is a great one. Mack posted up inside the hill, and actually, they have fantastic map coverage. You see where Asim is on the map. He's chilling in P1. That just means Cliffside is open, but Huke is able to pick up 2, gets the 3rd, breaks the hill. Not an easy play to have to make to be jumping up the cliff. You make that work out. Oh, baby, your guns gotta be hot.
Oh, the guns are hot. Let's hear the comms now. It's time for an Astro Gaming listen in with Dallas Empire.
I've got one shot. Kyler, go time. Kyler, go time.
No one here. Mack weak on time.
Back, he's on the heady, one time. Literally a bullet. Oh, he's a bullet.
Top credit. He's on the heady. Max still on the heady.
Still here, Porter. Dead. Yo, trying to get out right. Small.
Yeah.
Right corner cat, one shot.
We're around him. Yo,
oh, I died. I dropped the detonate.
Yo, he's dead. I got through.
One's cat,
Gonna chase me.
One's cat.
Yeah, one's
low key. I'm just.
Yeah,
middle.
Yo, Porter, I'm here with you. Got him. Another one on mid lane.
Hit
time, guys. Hit time.
I got him. Yeah. Hit left. Good call.
Deep left.
I think there's 2 now.
Our cat, our fire, one shot. Close right.
Top hill now. Yo, 3 hill.
Asim's close right corner. Oh, yo, we spawn behind. We spawn behind.
I get the first kill. One guy's gonna be deep right. Deep right.
Yeah, play one shot nice. One's going ice to bottom garage. Bottom garage. First guy.
Oh, he's
Bottom garage
first
guy.
Yo, they're on us. They're on us.
We're parallel.
Yo, I'm catching P1. I'm catching
Still
P1.
holding. Yeah, they're still. I'm 18. I'm one shot. Got him. Good shit. Keep holding.
Outer hill dead. One more in hill. He's gotta be barrel. He's gotta be barrel corner. Oh, and mid lane. Mid lane.
One bullet, Mack. Really one time in the back. Asim dead. Mack was mid lane.
Yeah.
I will be at.
Could be top cat, yo.
Top ready, Clay.
Mid lane, corner.
Yeah, they're gonna hit right, guys. One guy's on. Close.
Play life from
There's
here.
two on me.
Top cat.
Top cat, Mack, dead.
Top cat, what's up?
Top cat dead. Another one close.
Nice.
He's deep right tire.
Get that time.
Yo, someone get time. I'm ready push up.
Yeah. Yo, I've left.
I P1.
I've left.
Mid lane.
Top cat, you should help right.
Top ready. He's going ready.
Okay.
One guy's on Clay, dead.
I'm still on ice.
Keep one of this.
Nothing left.
Yo, mid door, color. Is he pushed out?
Yo, our top cat is open, by the way.
I'm looking cat. Yo, mid door.
Yo, I have your help right.
Yo, top cat ready. Mid lane.
Last guy.
Chance the desperation in Huke's voice if we see iLLeY pick up the 5 spree and Dallas now starting to take the lead.
I was gonna say, it almost seemed like they weren't quite dialed in, or we're feeling the pressure, but they have certainly found their footing. I think one of my favorite moments from the listening is just Crim telling Huke to play his life. He responds, instantly dives into P2, picks up a kill top office, and lets his teammates do the work on the right side of the map. All that, though, just to pay off for a 20-point game, as tight as it could be. And, well, you know about the spawn flip on this side of the map. Right now, Empire's got him. The question is, how long can they hold on to him for? Because, well, Asim and the SMGs kind of put on that pressure towards the back of the map, and they can't quite get it. You at least get the hill time. And Diamondcon, this is round 2 from this spot, trying to stop these players from getting in. And you see, he's just forcing them to wrap around back. iLLeY able to take down one. His teammates inside the hill. The question is, do they know they'll just spawn out? When Diamondcon spawns on the bottom right, they should know the parallel spawn is in.
Here it comes. We'll see if the foot race is on. There it is. Big win there from Huke in mid-map. Sorry, Crim in mid-map wins it. That's still going to be the kills coming through on point. Dallas just about coming out on top of the trades war there. And again, it was deja vu, if not for a few minor differences right now. And again, the scoreline is as close as it could possibly be. Play still through mid. Nice stick. It's going to land it. It's going to keep that pressure alive. One member of Dallas on point. It's going to be iLLeY. Sorry, Huke. And he wins the one just about out of it. The rest of the crew now coming in from behind. A few seconds remaining on this hard point. And we are going to go over back to barrels. Dallas in position to take this one all the way. Again, looking to see that lead change hands one more time, Chance, and it is back and forth between these two teams. Diamondcon, can you do it again? Can you push from the outside lane once more? Crim on the point. You can iLLeY now taking care of the spawns. Shotzzy spawning up by Backrok as well. It's a 2-man push from Cliff. Clay and Mack, perfect timing. They're in sync. They get their kills together as well. It's all 4 down. Dallas have been absolutely slaughtered, and now they're spawning out.
Oh, they got completely bamboozled. Diamondcon found a way just to take the cakewalk up to the hill. Dallas caught off guard completely. Nice moment on P4, because these final 30 seconds, you got to imagine iLLeY actually might be able to make the play. Talk about bamboozled, but Asim hunts him down from big door. Nice plays from York on the recognition. And maybe for Diamond, he's got to win the one-on-one against the man inside the point. It's going to be Huke, and Huke, of course, there to shut him down, winning the ones. As scrappy as you could ask a hill to be. SMG players on both sides making the big plays. And keep in mind right now, Huke, 32 kills, Miles, to his name. Man is popping off.
Oh, popping off indeed. Just goes to show that no one is unbamboozlable as both teams bamboozle each other all day long. Asim, nice 3 spree he finds there. And we are still going back over towards our first hard point in the 3rd set. Dallas trailing only slightly right now, and this hard point is as close as you like. Clayster out by ice. Great angle to be in. Big tags. A kill on the Huke. Finds 2 in a row. Trying to keep that hard point soft and squishy. And here come the submachine gun players trying to make their way forward. But Dallas, the reinforcements have shown up. Shotzzy in from behind. Great awareness there from Clay and Diamondcon to pick it up. And now we go back over. Clay still trying to make the play. Nice openings here, but his teammates are going to be able to have to do the rest of the work for him as Crim now trying to push out the spawns. And honestly, Chance, I mean, this is as brilliant a hard point as we could have asked for today. Still rolling on a force freeze Crim. And now you should be seeing the spawns go in the way of Dallas. Finally, NYSL spawn out.
Yeah, New York a bit slow in their reaction time. They didn't even have top off his cover at the start of P1. Now Shotzzy, he's going to know all these players towards crates. That's why he's playing his life. You got Crimsix posted on the truck, just watching the lane, and well, Shotzzy's waiting for the kills to come his way. Crimsix gets dealt with, and Shotzzy knows that's his time to attack. Makes his move, clears out crates in Dallas with the perfect rotation of P2. This is where they bullied him out last time, and technically they can end the game here. New New York don't drop the ball, though. They should be able to contest for a few moments. That's what they're looking for.
Nice move from Clay. Great awareness. It's going to be able to get the contest. At least Gal get the time. That's a bit of an advantage you've got now for the Subliners, but they still have to hold this for a long time. Clay driving the spear forward, trying to keep these kills going. At least 5 spree finally comes to an end. Mack now clean up from upstairs. You are going to get a little bit more time here if you are Dallas, but now for the Subliners, eyes are on the next hard point. But so has Huke. He's gone in for it as well. Clay still trying to contest for the final few moments. He doesn't want this to come down to a scrap fest by the third. But that could well be the case. Still, his teammates have made their way across. A beautiful stick there from Clay is going to land it. Mack may be able to keep these players off. Nice heads-up play. Shots are on. Able to now maybe get the player off point. No. Great defensive hold from Dallas. And the clock is ticking. 20 points for the win now for Dallas. We roll over to the next hard point. It's all NYSL.
Just looking to slay him out. You're looking for that clean 4 down, and well for Huke. Maybe he needs to wait for his teammates. They're going to be flooding in from P1, and Clay makes the move out towards the spawn kill spot, able to pick up 2 big ones before he falls, and still, you know, that pressure coming in from P1, and New York putting all the aggression on this side of the map.
Oh, this is unreal play from Dallas. Huke now making his way forward, seeing Corpse's pants down, but Clay's backing off spawn, straight into it, but Crim picks up where Clay just could not stop him. Oh, still going, man. This is wild. Crim with iLLeY over his shoulder, cleaning these players up. You have to make the break now for the Subliners. It's less now than 5 for the win. This could be tremendous. Clay, 1 solid break's all you need. You got to slide forward. He can't get it done. Diamondcon with a contest. Here's a few more to be had here. Oh, you still got Mack on the point. Finally manages to hold it. You still have spawns as well now for the Subliners. Has to be a clean break from Dallas. Does anyone know the plays coming through Cliff? Diamondcon makes the read, but Shotzzy absolutely guns him. That could well be it. Mack now has to play it for his life. Over by the next hard point, as Huke may have slipped through. It's 2 seconds is all he needs. He's gone and stole it, Chance. Unbelievable hard point. And a slippery play from Huke there just to close out those final 2 seconds. What a wonderful start to this elimination matchup.
And the bounce back for Dallas, the world champs, achievable. They did get handed up on a silver platter, but they bounced back. And again, just talking about the crossroads going through, that's the 2nd time we have ever seen New York play this map, at least in a tournament or regular season setting. First time it pans out, the 2nd time, Huke was just so difficult to deal with. A force on the map, I believe he dropped a 40 bomb as well. I pay for Dallas just in the pick and bans, knowing that that map is on the table and that New York isn't going to be banning it out this time. Taking full advantage to get that ball rolling on the snowy map. Oof.
Snowballed, if you will, at times, but man, that was a good look for Dallas. Honestly, in NYSL, they had those great moments of comebacks. They were so neck and neck all the way through until we got to those last set, that 3rd set, and that is just where NYSL's, you know, the stamina started to run out. Dallas just started overtaking there in the scores, and it was so difficult to make the comeback. I love the plays towards this, the last set on P2, man. We saw Clay go back. There was a good 20 seconds remaining, good 30, something like that. We didn't want to see the score get too big, and Clay knew that. Did not want to see his boys have to play from the back foot all the way into those final few moments. And man, it was a close one. You can't ask for more. The stats on your screen there. Big work out of almost everyone there but Huke. 40 kills, 32 deaths. Unreal start to the series. Dallas, they may have taken the loss to FaZe, but they look like their strong usual self. Now we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it's time to go straight into our search and destroy. And we'll see if the NYSL boys have got what it takes to bounce back and make a real series out of this one. Don't go anywhere, friends. This one's going to be a delight.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
The New York Subliners. This is basically a brand new roster for the Subliners. All things have changed, and here we go. Clay once again comes up clutch.
He is the true veteran.
Diamondcon, keeping this run going.
Asim has really been having himself a hell of a series. Mack popping up in the feed.
Shout out to Mack, that was a killer two-piece. And a fantastic end to the round there for New York.
Now it's time to play some Search and Destroy, boys and girls. As we go into this one, Dallas managing to win the Crossroads hardpoint quite quickly. The chance, the double dose of checkmate now, mate. How do both teams fare here?
Well, for at least checkmate, Search and Destroy, both teams 2-1, right? You remember the big win Dallas had against OpTic, the Game 5, round 11, so you know they can play that map well. The checkmate control is incredibly interesting because obviously a defense-heavy map, unless you're New York, they win so many of their offensive rounds on that map. I think they're undefeated on checkmate control as well, so I think Dallas rolling the dice just a little bit, letting that one go through instead of the raid, so a bit of spiciness for these next two maps at the very least. Well, spiciness is exactly what the Subliners are going to need to try to get back into this. But I would say in their case, losing the Crossroads, by no means the end of the world. If anything, that might be an expectation. That was not their map pick. If you're going against a team like Dallas, you got to be prepared to take an early loss.
Early loss might not be the end of the world here for the Subliners. If they can bounce back in the checkmate Search and Destroy now, that's an opportunity to be had. That control, things look a little bit different. But boy, we are in for a long and wonderful series without a shadow of a doubt. Now we go over to the Search. Saw true moments of greatness from the Subliners yesterday in their series to make themselves the way here. Again, that campaign, a long fought campaign, and far from over yet. Here we go. Gonna be the boys of NYSL on offense first. Quick flash check, Huke to the top wing, out and about, but it's a three-man heavy stack through the top of the plane. Quick exchange of gunfire, both teams definitely knowing each other's positions, and what a stick from Shotzzy, and Mack, he answers right back. What are we playing, dodgeball or COD? Huke manages to find one, and the kills keep coming on through. With that, it's a 2v2 after an electrifying opening round. Woo. iLLeY, last player left alive, on the flank. It does look like NYSL have got the read, but they don't have the gunshots. And now iLLeY versus Clay, it's a 1v1. Clay's gunning for him. He's on the hunt. Nice timing. There's Clayster. Finally lands the kill. What a round. That was so fun.
And that's one of those moments where I just know if you're on the Dallas Empire camp, you just heard Clay's voice scream in the back of your head going nice, or, you know, maybe a less kind word, whatever it's going to be, but that's a big clutch for him to get right off the rip. I mean, every SMG player died within the first 10 seconds. It's a 2v2 between the ARs, and Clay wins both of his ones. Trying to do it all, at least so far in the Search and Destroy. Now you got Dallas back on the attack. Looks like they're leaning pretty heavy towards this B Street.
Yeah, this is going to be a headbutt. There's no doubt about it. Diamondcon and Huke, I mean, they don't know they're there. Shout out the ninja perk, but he's going to get close. Diamondcon, if he holds this line, he might find something. If Huke wide peeks the plane, it's over. But this is awkward. Clay will have his back, though, if he goes, there it is. They both moved at the same time. What are the odds? Unbelievable. iLLeY lands. Oh, Clay's nade. She's going to get him. 1 minute left on the clock. Everyone's starting to fizzle out. Almost a two-piece there from Shotzzy. That'd have been absurd. And now it's a 2v2. Huke, wide peaks, gets taken care of. Crim into the plane. And it's wonderful work from the Subliners. 2 rounds back to back.
And we might be playing the game of who gets the best plays most often. I think, did Asim take... No, it's Clay. Yeah, slides in on bomb, gets the 2. He's just trying to make this highlight reel, and peekaboo. Shotzzy just focused on the plane, or the side door, the window, whatever it's called, the opening. Clay stands right next to him, and either way, the teammate coverage towards the end, nice and clean. Asim picking up some big momentum and damage down the range from the back of the spot. Being up 2-0 is nice, and Clayster already thinking about some score streaks as well. If I'm New York and I'm thinking about how creative they like to get, I think they might eventually go for an A hit. Maybe this might be the round, or try to get Clayster just a couple score streaks.
We're seeing a big change now from Clay. A lot slower play for now. Diamondcon watching the underside of the plane. Asim top. Nice opening blood there from Mack. Wonderful stuff. Answers back immediately. You love to see that. Now iLLeY and Mack looking to push these players forward. Diamondcon's going to reposition. This is nice. He's going to get himself in a position now to maybe catch Crim on the flank. But he's going to do what he can to snuff these players out. Clay and Mack now going up against Shotzzy and Crim. Clay's got to play this right. There's the big kill. Shotzzy on the chase. Finally stops Clay on the 5 spree. Dallas with an important round.
That's a very big round. He shut down the streaks, get a little bit of wind in your sails, and nice reads from Crimsix as well. I think he might have been looking over A street, and then Diamondcon just sort of appears in his line of sight. He'll take what he can get. I suppose for Crimsix, if you pre-aim it, they will come. We're trying to feed him a couple kills. Job well done, and frankly, I don't know how easy it'll ever be to deal with Crimsix when he's playing back behind Tetris like that. It is just a disgusting head glitch if you try to go up on the wings. Crim is there to laser beam you. It is not fun to play around, so I think New York on offense, it's not easy to get the bomb down at A, but I need to try to make something happen on that side of the map.
Slower look on the offense here for Dallas Empire. Huke is heavily tagged up. Those 2 players by A street could push him forward. Clay's going to live to fight another day thanks to that flak jacket. iLLeY, though, looking to find the advantage here. Does manage to find one. Immediate trades once again. Oh, and back and forth we go. But it's going to be Diamondcon who slows the wheels of trades there. Markets are closed for the moment. Asim and Mack, top lane control. Diamondcon over by A. He might walk into a Crim. Ooh. Or unaware. Diamondcon, more like a diamond back there. Slithered in mid-map. Oh, boy. Trades once again. Subliners. It's 3-1 chance, and the trades are on point.
And the teamwork on point as well, because you had what? It was iLLeY that made the play bottom lane. Well, he kills Clayster, but then Asim and Diamondcon there for the pinch to hunt him down, so teamwork on point. Well, you got Asim running away from the gunfight of Huke. Well, Diamondcon's there for the trades, and even the gunfights on the top of the plane, making sure you set up for a 2v1. NYSL making sure that they are always grouped to have the man advantage for whatever gunfight they take. And again, back on the attack, a similar setup we saw just a few rounds before. It was Crimsix that was the focal point early on. For Diamondcon, not too far away from iLLeY. Both wings occupied by different players.
Nearly an identical round now for the players of NYSL on the approach. And right now, I mean, everyone's got each other covered, and it's going to be the great shots of Crim there to start the round off. Diamondcon now making himself forced to make a move. Nice tags on Huke from behind. Comes the trade, but wait, Diamondcon slips out. iLLeY just about managing to catch him now. Huke from behind. Brilliant trades. Dallas, that was a blistering fast round. The trap was set, and once it was sprung, there was no hope for NYSL there.
That's coming through as well. I mean, again, in my mind, I'm thinking about how difficult it is to deal with Crimsix on back Tetris, but you see what happens even if you try to push up the A street. Well, you got to deal with Huke on the other side of the map. Checkmate, a difficult problem to solve on offense. We'll see how New York responds in a few rounds, and at least for Dallas, well, we know they love try to get that top lane control, let your SMGs run amok. They get another crack on it.
You got to see how important that first
the
blood.
island player, maybe he'll make some moves on A street.
Yeah, I was thinking about that first blood as well. Crim takes away the numbers that New York now don't have, but this could be a headbutt once again towards the B bomb site. A's are there. Crim just hoping for something. Again, trying to bait these players out. Shotzzy, though, with this opportunity to maybe go forward, if he can catch Clay, he knows he's in that corner. Big shots from Clayster. Nice first blood. iLLeY's going to bring the Krig up to try to overwhelm Clay's spot there with Crim now to his right. Asim watching the backside of the plane. Clay's going to start to maneuver around somewhat. We've got Diamondcon taking these engagements on the wing. Very, very close. And Mack, what a spot that was onto iLLeY. Wonderful work. 43 seconds remaining. Mack's going to stay in this position. The bomb has been dropped just on the outside of the B-bomb site. Huke now trying to change the game. 35 remaining. Nice big 1v1 win. Flash check doesn't land onto a player, I think, but now he's going to make the push. Oh my word, so close on the timing. Mack there once again. It's 2 this round. Could he make it 3 versus Crim? Crim, last player left alive, slides out. Mack's going to play it sensibly. Here come the reinforcements. Here comes the pinch. And shortly, this should be the round from the Subliners. Crimsix is in a very tough spot. And New York play it magnificently.
That's that 4-2. This is the swing round for Empire. You were on defense. You need to get this win. A massive difference being down 5-2 compared to 4-3. And of course for New York, well, if they're able to pull off this offensive win, they're going to be sitting nice and pretty. Feeling confident about their checkmate for the moment. And again, we see the problems that New York is going to be trying to solve on offense. Crim loves to play back Tetris. You know, Huke, well, he'll mix and match. That honestly might be one of the most difficult players to try to deal with. Huke just does so many different things on defense, it's impossible to keep track. And him and iLLeY, even in time, switch their spots. But you see the idea, everyone stacked up on that right wing. For Diamondcon at the plane, and Crimsix again, same spot, first blood, running to the gunfire, line him up. Huke picks the new spot and takes him down.
All Diamondcon, 1v3, technically a 1v4. Dodges the nade. 1v2 with the immediate trades. Dallas, a crucial round not to drop, and once again, Crim with the first blood. But this play, like, they sprinted right in towards Huke. They held hands, and Huke just gave him the old whack whack. What a round.
And the whack whack was obviously the shot call too. I mean, again, Huke, he plays over towards A Street with an AR some rounds. He'll double back and forth between under the wings with an SMG. He'll play the top right wing on defense. He has 8 different things that he likes to do on this map. Good luck trying to guess which one he's going to do. And then for Huke, again, if he's on point, it's just so difficult to deal with. Under the plane, though, he gets ripped by Mack for the first blood.
Yeah, a bit of a change now. So we are encroaching on that B bomb site if you're Dallas. Mack trying to play it slow here from the truck. One eye on A, one eye on the wings. How many more eyes does he have? Let's find out. Asim doesn't see anyone making his way forward. The trophy gives away enough information, but again, the mere fact that the trophy's up there, as expected, would just be bait. Shotzzy shows a little too much. iLLeY now looking for the pick forward, and I love the angle, but will he find any more? iLLeY is hungry for this one. Will Clay expect the push up close from his former teammate? Bomb now being planted at B. Clay, he is antsy, desperate to try to find some information, desperate to try to find the angle, but iLLeY is going to be right there in position. There it is, the veteran play from Crim. Catching these players unaware. Now Asim making his way forward. The big charge now as it all falls down to iLLeY on the defense in a 1 versus 3. Now a 1 versus 2. Will iLLeY be able to check the bomb, check his corners? He does take care of Clay. He has no idea that Asim's the last player left alive on the bomb. Now Asim's going to go for the hunt. iLLeY may have turned this around. Asim, both players regened, and he's been gifted from the COD gods with plenty of time. Asim, we were all a little bit clenched there. That could have well and truly been 4-4.
Oh, that is a heart stopper of a round for New York. The Pope making the plays, and honestly, the decision to jump out of the plane, as good as it gets. Just expecting that he's going to be hunted down. Nice reads on the gunfight of Clay. And again, just to have the state of mind, to not do a maniac play, no sliding into check bomb. If you do that, you're just going to die. Really making the next level play, but unfortunately, too tough of a spot to be in. New York closing it out. Just 1 round away, and they will take game number 2, but at the same time, situation we've seen many times, the problem solving the code for Dallas Empire on defense. They have been so strong. They're mixing it up too, by the way. You got Crimsix not in the same spot. He's playing back Finn, and everyone else stacked up around the plane.
That point, Subliners. If this adaptation pays off, heavy stack on towards that B-bomb site. You've still got Clay playing the backside as well. So again, the sort of dads of the team right at the back, cheering on the boys at the front. Go on, boys, win the bomb site. Mack down low. Oh, he spots iLLeY. 100%. No one really wants to make the play. Waiting for the call. Now Shotzzy with the damage dealt forward. Oh, my word. In and out we go. We are playing footsies on this aircraft, gentlemen. Someone's got to give. Someone's got to buy someone a drink. Maybe even dinner. But this is tense. Diamondcon has 2 bullets in his magazine. He has got no idea. Reload, brother. You got to reload. This is tense. We get it. There's the reload from Diamondcon. Still stacked up. Huke now. From down low. Wins a massive fight against Mack. Trade comes through straight away. Asim through the window. He finds it. Huke comes through immediately. Now it's a 2v2. The dads have had to come forward. Huke's going to find another one. Straight towards the back of the plane we go. And it's Clayster in the 1v2. There's the first kill with the Krig. This is massive. And it's the old heads going at each other now, tete-a-tete. 10 seconds on the clock. Clay has to hunt Crim down or plant the bomb. And here comes Crim. He's going to check it surely. He's going to see the shoulder of Clay and he's going to gun him down. Dallas will live to fight another round. 5-4.
Chaos of the trades, man. Every single kill back and forth, but Huke is the man that's able to pick up the big 2. Does he get a third? Okay, Mr. Untradeable, I take that back. He just goes and rips through. All of his teammates were the ones falling. He's the man there for the trades, and either way, that's his teammate up. Make sure you get that defensive round win, but pressure absolutely on. Someone's got to be the playmaker right now for the Dallas Empire, and Huke, well, likely suspect number one. You see he's rocking the XM4. You're looking for an A Street pick. We know Diamondcon loves to play on back P2, or maybe the play call here. Take it slow, feel out the round. See if you can find the first blood, and Huke, by the skin of his teeth, stays alive.
My God, that was a matter of a fraction of a second. Will Mack find something here on Shotzzy? Oh, Shotzzy just hello. No, this is dangerous. Out he goes. We're fortifying that B-bomb massively, but here he comes. Playing MajorManiak Club right now. They're going to be going for this one. Clear the plane. Go, go, go. Asim with the shots. iLLeY trying to bait the play forward. Mack still holding the line of the bomb. This is not the campaign, boys. This is truly the highest level of COD competition. That nade. Here it goes. Oh my! I thought he stuck Asim. My God. Here comes the push. So Mack finds the first, lines him up. Mack gets traded out immediately. iLLeY, wonderful work. And now it falls to two players in the plane on the defense. iLLeY will recover the bomb, and actually Asim's going to try to change the game. iLLeY will take control of the bomb site. Crim now, trying to find something through mid. Asim's going to be caught completely unaware. Massive plays now, 2 versus 3. Subliners are starting to get a bit shaky. Diamondcon runs into trouble. Crim with a 3 spree. Clayster, what can you do? Tries to stay alive. Matter of seconds now on the bomb. He's going to hold that position. He sees Crim slide past, playing a 1v3. There's the shots and the perfect push from Dallas Empire. The 2-man play. That's going to be round 11. Here we go, shots. Ow!
Dallas playing so well together. There's the bait for Crimsix for the first. The bait for Crimsix for the second, 2 on point. Well, not even bait, just wins the gunfight. But even towards the end, the play call. iLLeY, you're on the bomb. Challenge out Clayster. We know where he is. Let's get the job done. Give him no openings. Round 11 in Dallas Empire. Get the defense. It has been so long since an offensive round has been won. Outside of literally last round. New York, you need to do the same.
Opening exchanges here in the final round. Crim sitting on 4 kills. Not really too close to streaks, but let's face it, it might not matter. 3-man push. Right on towards the plane we go. Huke's tags. Now going to give Shotzzy the opening clearance to make the play forward. Here he comes. Shotzzy walks into Asim though. The trades are there. The trophies are down. But if he goes for the bomb, Asim could put himself into harm's way. Here comes Crim now. Up from the back. Asim charges out. Immediately cut down, but Clay, the old generals go battling against each other, and Clay comes out on top. It's going to be a 2v2. iLLeY and Huke now versus Clay and Diamondcon. They are going to watch that backside of the plane as the members of Dallas Empire now on the prowl trying to find these kills. Huke is incredibly close. Both Diamondcon and Clay. iLLeY's watching that flank on the other side of the map, and that could prove disastrous, but NYSL tiptoe now together, playing in an unorthodox position to try to catch a player out here. The bomb will now go down on the B-bomb site. Clayster. Who will make the first mistake? iLLeY heavily tagged, but here comes the play from Huke from behind, and Clay doesn't see it. He doesn't get tagged up though. He will stay alive for now. Diamondcon trying to provide the support. iLLeY now getting involved in the fight up close, and iLLeY, he wins the 1v1. Now it's on Clay in a 1v2. Clay makes it a 1v1 now against his old teammate. 25 on the clock. iLLeY is going all guns blazing. He's charged forward. Clay got eyes on him. Clay's got eyes on. And at this range with the XM4. There's the defuse from iLLeY. Clay, get on your bike, son. You've got to run. iLLeY's going to drop the bomb for a brief moment, and it's a fight from iLLeY, and he wins it. He drops bomb, he challenges out, and he cuts down Clay. The changing of the guard slowly but surely there in search and destroy. I'm so excited, I pulled my mic off.
Pull the mic off. Well, you got to put that back on. The search and destroy wizard from iLLeY, big brain plays, hunts down Diamondcon, and then makes the read on Clay. Says, oh, you're that far away, you have to come check the bomb. Even hops it for a second just to sort of feel it out, but knows Clayster will make the right play. He's gonna come check it. And iLLeY gets the timing perfect for the challenge out. Dallas Empire making the big plays. Back-to-back, round 11 wins. They have on checkmate. Sealing the deal, and the Pope, well, he took him to church.
Unreal. We're all good now, I think you can hear me just, but what a map. Oh man, you're feeling it for Subliners there. NYSL had a great lead. But what a comeback from Dallas. What a brilliant, brilliant turn. Composure at its finest. They're now 2-0 up. One more map's all they need. Stay on checkmate. We go to control, and this could be the end of the series. It was a valiant effort from the old generals, Crim and Clay. Again, from Huke there, 11-9 as well. What a bout that was. What a duel. Once again, another round 11 on Checkmate. You can't say it's not exciting. I know the fans out there, there's mixed opinions about the map, but you gotta love it. Those round 11s, they're just so exciting. Honestly, rip my microphone clean off standing up, put my foot on it. I was so twisted. Whoa, bit sweaty. Right, we've got a US Army tactical play. It is gonna be the final round. And Chance, you called it perfectly. iLLeY had perfect awareness of where Clay was. He knew he was too far to really come for the play, and he just turned around and ran.
And one thing about this round too that was great is the situation Empire in. They were so split across the map. Both players are like, all right, look, it is not our move. We're playing the chess game. It is on Checkmate. They are going to be forced to do something with this bomb, so let's play it out. So once you get towards that 2v2, it just becomes stationary. You basically flip the sides, and it's about 20 seconds. Just a nice little stalemate. Once the bomb gets forced to plant, well, nice on iLLeY to not get picked by Clay when he crosses towards the back of the plane. Diamondcon gets caught out. A little bit too aggressive trying to hunt him down, but then the timing on this. Clay right now, in my mind, almost has the advantage. iLLeY's pinned in the back, but once he lets him run to the bomb for free, that's when the tables turn. Now iLLeY has the better chance to win it. He knows Clayster's forced to sprint in. And iLLeY, well, just skipping his way to that round 11 win. Timing perfect, job well done. A situation that iLLeY has been in, I mean, thousands of times, I'm sure, over his S&D career, doing it against the 3-time.
Wow, what an incredible search. How tight this series has been so far. I mean, I don't even know how far Control can go. It's going to be a round 5 for sure by this rate. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been that for Search and Destroy. Dallas Empire now up 2-0 in the series. When we come back, this could well be it. It's going to be the end of the run here for the Subliners. Will Dallas make their way to the grand finals? Find out after this break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance. We offer insurance that's made for the military community to help them easily protect what they've worked hard for.
I'm just that player that likes getting into situational gunfights, and I just like getting crazy with smokes and all that.
What's going on, everybody? T bringing you Season 2 of The Barracks, brought to you by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. In this episode, we're going one-on-one with Shotzzy, the 2020 Call of Duty League MVP and one of the first champions of the Call of Duty League. Why do you think you're sort of ahead in the movement side of things? Like, obviously, people look to you, to some of your clips.
I think it's just because I look at the game completely different than everyone else.
Shotzzy's gonna sneak past Subliners. I have no idea what that is.
The 19-year-old made his name known in the Halo competitive scene with a 2018 World Championship, and now he's fragging his way to the top here in the CDL.
Like, I know exactly where they're going to be. There's one, that's 5 in a row for Shotzzy.
Stay tuned for all that and more on this episode of The Barracks.
Power position back by the 8 point. What a solid job there to get the flip to win the game.
That was The Barracks, presented by T-Mobile. You can watch the entire interview there with Teep and Shotzzy here on our CDL YouTube channel. What a day, Chance, it has been. Love a bit of content there from Teep. Big fan of his work. Of course, whether he's streaming or again, he's been on the desk quite a few times throughout his career, but we also have some lots of fun and games to be had today, friends. Not only do we have a great day of games for you, but also today, Scump is going to be giving away a controller. Check it out right there in front of me, about here. Head over to Scump Gaming's Twitter page, enter for a chance to win a Scump controller of your choice. That's right, you get to choose the model and the design of your choice. Watch out for that big hand coming right at you. Make sure you go to their Twitter page, sort this one out. Very, very excited. Thanks to the lovely people at Scump. We appreciate you. We're almost ready to get into the game chance. Checkmate Control coming up right now, mate.
Checkmate Control, again, this is spicy, so it's a little bit weird. If I'm in the Dallas Empire camp, I would be very happy to play New York on Raid Control. You're good at the map, so are they, but they're 2 and 3 on it, so you have faith in yourself to win. Dallas has not played Checkmate Control a single time, so they must have something cooked up in their back pocket, in the back burner, whatever it's gonna be, because in my mind, they're rolling the dice just a little bit. New York Subliners, perfect so far on Checkmate Control, and it's a map that, again, the last time I've seen these stats, it's about 80-20 for defense winning the rounds compared to offense. New York does not care about that stat at all. They are 5-0 on defensive rounds on this map, and they are 4-2 on offense. So they have an argument for potentially being one of the best offensive checkmate control teams in the game. It's specific, but it matters. I think for Dallas, man, if you're playing with fire, again, this is, in my mind, a momentum-based team, the Subliners. You're up 2-0. This is a map that you are potentially just giving them a gift of saying, here's an opportunity to try to get yourself back in a series. Of course, though, they have something special planned. I mean, Dallas, they might be doing something crazy. It'd be fun to see.
That's what I worry about. You know, you haven't got the stats, but Dallas have got some tricks.
We just don't know, man.
You just don't know. Dallas have got some dirty tricks up their sleeves here on Checkmate. But we'll see. We'll see. We could be flapping our gums. It could just be like, no, this is a gut check. And, you know, Ray, when the vetoes came through, he was like, let's do it, boys. I believe in you. But this is it. Last chance for New York Subliners. Dallas Empire win this map, roll on back to the finals, another shot of Atlanta FaZe. See who is crowned our first major champion here, the 2021 season. Crim on the up top wing. Again, we are seeing the defense stacked a little heavily towards that A zone, and already we're seeing Mack find the 2-piece. The pinch was there, but Crim should be able to contest this. No, Diamondcon there with a 74U finds the kills, and already we're starting to cap A.
Just about perfect off the opening break. Maybe only an extra player or two is going to fall. He got 2 bodies on point. Second tick nearly coming through. And, well, Mack wants to stay stacked, so he doesn't want to take the gunfight, but gets ripped through the box. The wall bangs on point. Clayster can't find the second kill, and, well, maybe that first push going to get stuffed. You're not quite spawn trapped, stuck in your base, and Asim, well, needs to open up the room for his teammates down low, able to win his one. Mack does as well. The SMG pressure right now for New York. Wouldn't work. Try to open up this round.
Dallas on the bounce back. They do a great job of recovering from these difficult situations. Still, back over to A we go. Third tick now starting to close out. Huke's in there. Cut down immediately. Here come the remaining players from Dallas up over the top rope. It's going to be iLLeY. Mack, can he find the third? He can't. Shotzzy's going to gun him down eventually. That was 5 in a row for Mack there. We still have Asim on the point. Should be able to capture A in its entirety. And already attention towards B. And it's going to be Clayster playing a sneaky spot there by the 5th hard point. But that is going to be that. Close him out. Asim can't keep the streaks alive. Dallas will now wind up now for the solid defense over by the B zone. Mack trying to keep this interesting. Huke looking to deal the damage now in spawn.
Depending on the play opportunity, he might end up shooting quite a few players in the back. Mack, by the way, 10 kills to his name already. He gets shut down. The flank is in. Huke with the kill, and now the spawn trap is set up. Everyone needs to get past Huke from this point on. Until he dies, you are screwed. Clayster finally able to take him down. Either way, just 1 minute and 12 off the clock. You're down a life, and you have 0 map control.
Crisis averted with a kill on the Huke there. And again, you're trying to keep the life count at this point even. Have to make your way forward for the NYSL. iLLeY up top. Huke now reinforcing the plane. But Mack's going to play this slowly until more players can get involved in these fights. Here they come. On the right flank is going to be his teammates trying to make something happen, but Huke wins another big one. He is outstanding, as is iLLeY. All 4 down for NYSL. Here comes the push. Dallas making their way forward. And Huke once again leading the charge. Mack with a good read. We are going to see the trap now start to be set. Over to Shotzzy on the left flank. He's going to hold these players back as long as he possibly can. Every kill helps, and hello, Clay. That's going to be one. Shotzzy now. He can smell the weakness. He can smell the opportunity to make the play. There has been an opening on the left flank, and now you've got the players of NYSL making their way forward. Clock will be stopped. You still have Shotzzy in spawn, able to deal some damage. If Dallas can keep these players off the point, they will be falling straight into the mouth of Shotzzy. And here he goes. 5 in a row. Diamondcon's last player left. Wonderful work from Dallas here on the defense. Diamondcon, anyone he can take with him as a plus. That's a wonderful first round.
And you have the Subliners. They just have the theory back from Black Ops 4 of the round is never chalk. They go for the wins no matter what. They are happy to not even play the lives game, so it was tied for a moment. They end up down by about 7. That is a wonderful round for Empire to win, frankly, because Mack went crazy. He started out 10-2. And sort of the big brain play sort of ideas. You see, after they captured the A point, Mack switched over to the XM4. They are making adjustments constantly. It's the reason they're making these big plays. All 12 kills, objective kills, by the way, for Mack. Just sort of a nutty stat line, but not really getting too much help from the ARs on the team. Clay and Diamondcon, 4-17 combined in round 1.
Here we go. This is going to be NYSL on defense. Let's go for a very quick Astro Gaming listen in with the New York Subliners.
One might be getting in our base. He might have pushed through P5, yo.
I'm gonna look from wood side.
I don't see him.
Ivy long push out. Ivy long push out. I'm playing our wood wall for a sec.
I'm playing our top Manny.
One shit. He's Tetris. I'm holding our open crate right now. They're open crate. Ended over B. I'm gonna come back to top lane.
Under B.
Open crate.
A-wing one shot.
I have to A-wing wrap to me. Got one. One on A-wing. One on A-wing. You went A long. 2 A long.
Weak. Porter on A long. Looking for you. Top lane. One yellow crate.
I need over.
Top yellow crate.
Heard you. I needed you. I need flash over.
One shot on A-wing. On A-wing. One shot.
I'm looking on A-wing for him.
He's on the
back to their side. Their side. Their side. I'm watch out.
Tube weak.
Our plane's open now. I'm under A-wing. There's 2 on point. 2 on point. Ants weak our side. He's pushing our side. He pushed it out.
Plane's open.
I'm working out the right. Yeah, top plane's open. I'm working out the right.
Weak and open crate. Dead. We're missing the last kid into his
top tail. Top tail's on their back stairs. One back step.
Good kills here, guys. Come on. Great kills. Come on.
It's P2 open. Open crate P2. He's pushing up A long right now. I look at top lane, guys. Trying to help A right now.
I got double needed. He got some push A long. He jumped from yellow crate. He's on A.
Chance the defense was fantastic. The comms were good, but now you finally got Dallas on point. Real quick thoughts there on Subliners comms.
Surprisingly calm, and it does crack me up when Clay starts screaming call-outs and someone's just like, I hear you, like, we're good, I understand, just to making sure that everybody's on the same page. But while this is happening, Shotzzy looking for the spawn kills. 18 kills to his name on a 5 spree. Looking for 2 more, and honestly, this is sort of how you win offense. Now, granted, they need to make sure they capture A in New York. Well, they might just be giving it up to focus on B. They're trying to ignore the Shotzzy problem. They at least deal with Huke. They have B secured. Maybe they can start setting up for some spawn kills themselves, but Shotzzy, the ever-present problem, can't quite get the streaks. He gets dealt with. New York able to stabilize.
I mean, it's one opportunity that Dallas needed a break on through there, and they managed to get A. Can they keep the play live towards B? 15 lives to work with for Dallas Empire. Just under a minute on the clock. Here comes the cap. It's all on... Oh my god, it is all on Crim there on the B zone. Diamondcon now being forced to back up. The war for the plane control rages. You heard it in the comms how important it is to have a plane control. Open plane is not a good thing. Asim loses a big one as Crim starts to heat things up. This is starting to get a little bit dicey. Still got players in and around the point, but they have been cleaned up for now. So, Subliners, just keep an eye on that clock. Don't let anything get out of hand. 30 seconds remaining. Mack's going to play this one real slow from the cabin side. And once again, Huke trying to find the flank, making his way on behind his players, and he has slipped through. He will be able to grab top plane control, bar any wild shenanigans, and that's going to be it. Now you've got top plane control, allow your teammates to make their way forward, maybe find a few more kills. But again, time is of the essence right now. Subliners just have to hold on. There goes the kills from Clay to take care of Huke. Clock stopped. 12.2. Clean these players up if you can. Clayster finds the kills just about there. Onto Crim now. He's going to make the wide peek and will get it. He jumps off the point. And Dallas, that's going to be the kills. And my God, Chance, this is it. This is match point.
Match point and Shotzzy, a big reason why they got this win. You win on eliminations. He's the man that's set up for spawn kills. He's the man that goes on the 6 spree, opens it up. In an interesting decision, I would say, man, there was maybe a tick and a half on A that had gone through. In New York, instead of trying to defend it when Shotzzy was in their base, they just didn't want to try to deal with it, didn't want to throw away lives, but gave an opportunity to get that extra minute thrown on the clock. Dallas Empire taking full advantage of it. And Shotzzy, so inspirational, 22 and 11. Oof. Having a very strong map 3.
Everyone's looking great. Opening kills from Huke there. Wow, Mack had the drop on him and it didn't quite work out. We're watching the exchange here over towards the A zone. Lovely bit of work there from both the members there of NYSL. Clay now pushing up the rear, but you have to worry about Once again, Shotzzy in your base. Huke wins the fights on the front line. Diamondcon aware of Shotzzy somewhere around him. Mack will finally get the kill, so now your base is safe. Make your way forward. Start to deal the damage on the point. Huke once again wins another big individual gunfight. That's 3 in a row. This contest is going to be short-lived unless someone can get involved, but that's going to be a great push there from NYSL. And with that, it's a great push from NYSL. It's even better from Dallas. Shotzzy finds these kills, and just like that, you shift things up a gear, and already you're seeing that front line move forward. Subliners, 50 seconds remaining now. You have to start getting one of these famed offensive wins here on Checkmate because things are starting to get a little bit dangerous, Chance. Just about 40 remaining now on the clock. And Dallas, they are tightening the noose.
Oh, and they've gotten through Huke, trying to stay alive. Asim gets him one shot, but again, that is the problem. If you ever get a man in the back of your base, you got to cause problems. There's 2 arrows looking for Huke. He just returned in the middle of the plane, and well, now that Asim deals with him, that small little opening, but Asim by himself, his teammates aren't there. So many one-on-one gunfights that right now, you just have New York. They can't win them. iLLeY dishing out the damage as well. 15 on the clock. New York, last ditch effort. You gotta make the play towards A.
And Diamondcon makes his way forward. This is it. 11 seconds on the game clock. Possibility to capture the A point. The reinforcements now surging through. Here comes the cavalry. Mack finds the kills. Asim with top plane control. It's a full A streak push now from Dallas. Clay's gonna win the fight. Crim trying to muscle these players out from behind. He and iLLeY, the trades once again not working out. The players got off the point for a brief moment, and Crim, he snuck through. Crim's managed to sneak just onto the point. Doesn't make the damage. Tagged up and killed. We're still capturing A. And Dallas now, they're going to make their way across map, look towards B. Clayster trying to win these big fights against iLLeY at range, and we will see the A zone captured, bar any last-minute wild moments. 1 minute on the clock. Subliners got a little bit more to play for here, but not a lot in the life department. Chance 10 to Dallas and 9 to Subliners.
You just got to find the skills, and you got to find them at the same time. Asim wins a big one-on-one, but Clayster is going to fall from back van. Shotzzy in plane control, doing his job to stay alive. So many players trying to hunt him down, and well, Diamondcon gets the job done, but he's going to fall as well. 6v8 in the lives department, make it 5v7, and New York right now stuck completely in their base. 5v5, 35 seconds to work with New York. They have a little bit of control. Got to make a play.
That's a massive win from Clay. 4v4. Less than 30 now on the clock. This is it. Do or die for the Subliners. This is to stay alive in the tournament. This is to give yourself a fighting chance. And Shotzzy, he's going to answer the first kill. Diamondcon's up next. And again, we're baiting for the kills now. Diamondcon's going to find another. iLLeY versus Asim. The trades come through. It's going to be Clay. It's a 2v2. 10 seconds on the clock. Dallas are going to make a play right now. Someone's got to go for it, but Huke lying in wait on position makes it a 2v1. Now Clay to keep the boys in the tournament. 1v1 against his teammate Crim. Oh my word. He's going to hold this one. He has to capture the whole B zone alone. The clock has stopped.
Crim has so much time to work with. He's making the play.
Looking out for Clay. Here comes Crim! Up over the top! Clay guns him and stays alive.
Oh my God. Even from this is when they were stuck in their base, by the way. This is how it all got started. That was after they cleared out Shotzzy from the top of the plane. Everyone was dead. New York was stuck in their base. Clayster was able to find 2 kills somehow, some way. Then opens up the map just a little bit more, but even for that 1v1, I don't know if Crimsix spotted him in the corner, couldn't quite tell with the angle, but either way, tries to be the jetpacker and Clayster with the read. He finished off that round on a 6 spree. Never say die, and well, he's playing for the streaks, even pulling out the 74U just to get a little bit more aggressive before the class switch comes through. The devil is in the details, and Clayster again, looking for just 1 kill.
What a round, man. That was hard fought. And now you get another chance. Play in a 7 spree. Full streaks now to be had. Can't imagine what you're saying to the guys right now. Just breathe that fire out of your belly. Forget how to feel. Let's do this again. 1 minute now. And it is pure, relentless aggression from NYSL. 3 members across that map line. Over the halfway point. Huke's going to try to find Clay. There's a solid hold. They're going to take care of the attackers. And now manage to make their way to both zones at the same time. Dallas. Seen how deadly they've been. Both the offense and the defensive rounds. 1 more's all they need. Here we go. Huke making his way forward. Diamondcon makes the reach. Shotzzy though. Ooh, sneaky Shotzzy. He manages to stay alive. Clay's going to surely get the kill. No, he slips away. He's still going. Shotzzy. Oh my word. Oh my word. Seemingly unkillable chance. But the defense holds.
Nice win from Crimsix as well. Just open up. There's so many players in front of Clayster. He can only find one. He gets everyone tagged up in one shot, though. Maybe some easy cleanup kills for Asim. Gets the first, and his teammates there for the trades on the second. Empire have done a great job of clearing out their base, but once they get past the halfway point, they've been getting slaughtered. And Asim on point with the movement in the gunfight. Up towards P2, Creighton again. There's 10 seconds on the clock. Keep him at bay, and I think Dallas Empire knows. Turtling in their base. They're thinking about the lives, because round one, they may have won by 7 kills, but here they find themselves down by 6. It is going to be close for who draws defense. I honestly don't know. If Empire turtling up like that, obviously, they know they're not hunting for the kills, so they had a lead. I do not know how much it was by, though. And I will say, Mack right now for MVP. Clayster maybe going on the streak, on the tear. Help for that previous round, but he's been on point all game long. And you see New York. We got to rewatch this one or rewind on YouTube just to see exactly where it fell through. It might have been that final kill. I do not know that put him over the edge. So Asim, big plays from him as well. New York, we'll see what they can do. If they can get another offensive round win.
Just like that, turned on its head. Final round now to decide it. It's a lovely opening play here from the defending team, Dallas Empire. Mack trying to keep these players out of spawn, and he will do just that. Now equipped for any gunfight. Shotzzy's got eyes on him. It's a bold challenge from Mack, but a brave one at that. You can keep this position. Clay's playing very defensively here, and the rest of the teammates bringing that aggression forward. And here we go. Mack and Asim up top. Great to be there. Oh, delightful moves from Shotzzy, but not quite enough on the trigger finger. And with that, he goes down. Mack can't win the second against Crim there. Now Crim, once again, going to be pushing this one forward. Looking to maintain some presence. Clayster now. Here comes the cruise missile. It's going to be identify Huke maybe. And oh, it's a bit of a whiff. It's a whiff. It does not connect. Still, Clay's going to keep the kills going. Push these players out. Finds a nice 2. Gets it done with the XM4. Shotzzy's up next. Great work from Clayster. That's 3 clean kills. Can his teammates get forward, though? Chance 30 seconds on the clock.
He's trying to help him out today, too. He's trying to make the cuts. iLLeY's causing problems, and he tries to creep out. iLLeY picks up a big 2 over towards A Street. Clayster dealt with. 18 seconds on the clock, and on defense, Empire so far have been on point. Another kill from Huke. He's again in their base. He gets taken down. NYSL, you got to sprint to B. You got to get on the horse.
Got to get on the board. He's going for it. Make the play through. The kills come, and that's going to be big. Huke will be able to contest. 3.6 seconds. If he finds the kills, he can win the match. This is it. 2.5. The contest come through, and Huke wins another one. Unbelievable. Can he find the third? There's no need. His teammates have done it, and Huke the nuke seals the deal with 2 big wins. And even with streaks, the comeback could not be completed. Dallas just too strong.
Empire, man, they start off the day getting 3-0. They respond immediately with a 3-0 of their own. It got dicey in control, but they shut him down. And again, that life count towards the end, the play call just to sit in your base. Don't give away anything. Make sure you can get the defense. Pays off. Also, I will say, even just from an opening break standpoint, Dallas Empire, just every single round, it felt like on checkmate. Next level. Crim, well, it's time for him. He knows just to get to work, man. Nice bounce back for the Empire. Staring down the barrel of the Atlanta FaZe gun. They certainly got a little bit of momentum back in their favor, the wind in their sails. Didn't even have to burn out too much energy to make it happen. On the flip side for New York, Miles, I'll say a hell of a run from the losers bracket. Just didn't quite have enough steam on Sunday.
The fairy tale comes to an end, but I think this is the beginning of a much longer, taller tale that we will be telling all season long. Quick look at the stats after that electric series between 2 brilliant teams. Gotta give the love. Crim, 6,000 damage, clean 6K. Mack went insane as well. I mean, dude, what? Even with streaks, like the momentum swing, NYSL just, they couldn't find anything there. There was nothing to be found in that final round. I mean, we saw Dallas, just they turtled up slightly. The timing was a little bit off. Clay couldn't really get involved. He couldn't help out too much. The squad just collapsed magnificently upon them. That was an unbelievable turn. And now Dallas, they get to take one more swing at Atlanta FaZe in our tournament finals here in the first major. Commiserations again there to NYSL. A really hard-fought campaign, but man, what a day this has been. Right, let's have a quick look at our scuffed play of the game now. It was going to be the final moments of that last round, and the 2v1 situation from Huke saves the day. Contest finally came through, Chance, but it simply was not enough.
Not enough at all. I love the play from Huke as well. You see, he actually like walks up straight to the B point, but doesn't set his foot on it, and that just means New York has no idea that he's nearby. Just nice big brain plays coming the whole way around, but with 5 seconds the flood is in, and again, he stops right at the line. He doesn't show himself on the point. New York have no idea that he's going to be there. Stays alive, his teammates are picking up the kills, and where his teammates aren't there, Huke didn't even need them. Destruction towards the end, the swarm on the point for the Empire, and just clean work from him. And I will say, looking at the stat screen just a moment ago, I'd say for New York, really, we just saw inexperience on Sunday. A couple new players, sort of a fresh team, but they certainly made a nice run. Looking forward to watching them play in the future.
Top 3 finish ain't bad for a team that I think a lot of people had signed off way on day one. Well, friends, that is that. The elimination finals are done. Now it's time for our grand finals. Before that, it's over to Lottie and the boys on the desk to break it down and to gear you up for this big finals. See you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the desk. Now we have your bracket for you here of this major, and boy has it been a run for quite a few of our teams here. Unfortunately, NYSL will go home after a 3-0 sweep from Dallas Empire. Empire with that big bounce back after obviously getting 3-0'd by FaZe, which was ridiculous. So the fact that they've managed to keep composure going into a very warm and very feisty New York Subliners after a 3-0 with OpTic yesterday is quite the impressive feat, I must say. We need to look right now at our prize pool though, because obviously there is a lot to play for here in this major. Yeah, you said it right. Oof. That is some serious money on the line here. I mean, gentlemen, I've got to talk to you, Study, Nameless. This means a lot for many reasons. Obviously, the prize pool is absolutely stunning to look at, but the prize coming into this, especially with the rematch of rematches coming into this final now, FaZe versus Empire is absolutely epic. But let's just talk about how Empire managed to get into this final once again. New York Subliners. This was a match I was not expecting to go 3-0. I thought New York might have had a few matches, few games coming out in the bag there, maybe even a game 5, but it just didn't happen that way. Nameless, what did you notice out of this matchup? What was really standing out to you?
Empire were mad. They know that they didn't perform at their top ability in that match versus FaZe. And what do you need for Empire to fry? You need players like Huke, Crim, Shotzzy to turn up and go off. First map, who was it? It was Huke and Crim. Had incredible games. Huke was basically a non-factor versus FaZe in this series. He was going off. So that's fantastic for Empire going into their next series. And even on that last map, you had Shotzzy going off. So they're all firing now. I think it was just sort of like a little warm-up, right? Like getting ready for the big final.
Yeah, the guns are definitely warmed up for the Dallas Empire. On the side of NYSL, though, just some slow starts for a couple players. Diamondcon didn't have the best of series. That Search and Destroy goes all the way to around 11. Clayster, he played it to the best of his ability, but iLLeY, being the Search and Destroy GOAT that he is, plays it perfect and just winning that 1v1. Then it goes out to the control all the way to around number 5. You saw the way that Dallas Empire decided to play that last round. They had the kill advantage. They knew that they were going to end on defense, and they just closed it out there. But like Ant said, man, the guns are hot for Dallas Empire right now. Huke had 40 on that first map. Throughout the entire series versus Atlanta FaZe, he had 42 kills. One map, he only had 2 less kills throughout an entire series. So the guys are ready. Hopefully we have a banger series between them two in our final.
I mean, it was very interesting to obviously see New York Subliners coming up against a very feisty Dallas Empire. But do you think there was something wrong with the NYSL gameplay coming into that Nameless? Or do you think it genuinely was who they matched up against there?
Yeah, I mean, I think who they matched up against obviously played a big part in it. But, like, I mean, some of these guys, they just didn't perform like they did in previous matches. Like Diamondcon, I mean, he's been having incredible series. But, you know, a couple games ago, he had that bummer of a series where we were talking about how he needed to bounce back. Well, it happened again, man. It's just experience at this level to go this far in a loser's bracket and run, man. It's very tough to do it. And at some point, you run out of steam. And I think New York, unfortunately, going up against, you know, a very angry Empire, they just ran out of steam. Weren't able to do it.
Stud, before we head on to our championship talk, got anything to say to your boys in New York?
Oh, man. It was a Cinderella story. You guys dropped very early into the losers bracket to OpTic, falling all the way to 3-0, and then you beat them yesterday 3-0. To get a top 4 placing at that top 3, you got to be feeling really good, man, especially because you guys only had a month and a half of practice compared to some of these teams. Top 3, great job. Well done.
Amazing stuff. Very impressive. Obviously looking forward to this championship matchup right now. Dallas versus FaZe yet again. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, but I just want to quickly focus on FaZe Nameless. Arcitys, we said this right at the beginning of the season. It might have been the best roster pick I've seen so far, and I didn't think the FaZe roster from last season could have got any better, but with Arcitys added on, I'm now 100% certain of this. It is a fact. Names, what do you think about Arcitys as an add-on here?
I mean, Arcitys is one of the best players in the game, at times the best they are in the game. You look at this player, and rarely is there a Call of Duty player that checks all the boxes, right? Like, he's disciplined, he's super intelligent in-game, he's a great player, like team player on the squad, like outside of the game. He just brings a lot to the table. He just checks every box, and he's just that great, perfect AR for these guys to have around him, and he's just a great guy overall.
Yeah, and also just him stepping up as that leader role. You heard them talk about it throughout those interviews. They just didn't have that player that can step up throughout those crucial moments and just keep everyone at ease, let them all know what they need to do in that certain situation. And ever since they bring in Arcitys, it's been a totally different team. You could just tell that they're a lot more comfortable. aBeZy said it throughout all those interviews. It's just a great team to work with, and a great leader so far for this team.
Well, I'll tell you what, gents, we know what has happened in the past between these two teams, and it has been very touch and go with both of them. So I honestly cannot predict what happens next. So that's why I'm going to ask you guys too. Nameless, what are you thinking this match comes down to, and who are you going to pick?
Yeah, I mean, the players are going now. Like, they're firing now on the side of the Dallas Empire. I'm going to go with Empire just because I got to stick to my bracket challenge. I picked them to win the entire thing. I think that they've made the adjustments necessary. You saw them play Crossroads once again. It seems like they're getting better looks at it now, and everybody's going. So I'm going to go Empire.
And for me, I'm sticking with Atlanta FaZe, man. I chose them from day one. Their S&D is just too strong. Now they are 8-1 in the season. You saw how they made easy work of Dallas Empire in that map number 2. aBeZy, 14 kills, man. Who was guarding him? He was a magician. I'm going Atlanta.
I think it's a tough one because I think also comes into Who's feeling good right now? The momentum. We talk about that a lot, and I think sometimes having a little break can be tough, and I think also having momentum going into it can be great, but are you fatigued? That's the other question. This is a best of 9 that we're heading into here. This is a big match. These guys need to have the stamina to continue this run on through, and I think Dallas have definitely found their feet right now. I think New York Subliners to them was a fantastic way to bounce back, and I think it's given them the confidence they need. But that Atlanta FaZe roster was looking like you just couldn't touch them. They were looking untouchable. Yeah. Every single person on that roster was playing the way they needed to. And, you know, I think it comes down to also coaching. I think the battle of the coaches, how have these teams prepared against one another? You know, I think it's coming down to VODs. You know, Arcitys said in his interview, we have been studying. I'm sure Empire has too, let's be honest. Rambo, that's what he's all about, is the studying. I think it's going to be battle of the strats and tactics. And I'm very excited to see these two face off once again. But I tell you what, folks, don't forget to stay tuned into the broadcast following today's championship match, because we'll be celebrating our very first player of the stage, powered by Astro Gaming. We've seen a ton of incredible players stepping up to the plate this season so far, so it's going to be a tough call to say the least. But I tell you what, with that said, we're heading to a quick break, and when we return, we have our championship match, and heading that one up, we've got none other than Maven and Merc on the mic. So please go grab a snack, grab a drink, but don't go too far away, because we've got the biggest banger of a game up for you next.
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Welcome to the Major 1 final presented by Game Fuel, FaZe, Empire. I'm hoping for an absolute battle. Joe, how you doing over there, buddy?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm hoping for a much better battle than what we saw in the winners final just a couple hours ago. Empire able to bounce on back. Atlanta FaZe, though, their confidence has to be at an all-time high right now. They looked so darn good earlier today.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They were firing on all cylinders. You see a shot of the players getting ready there, but our Game Fuel featured player for the match is going to be aBeZy. His search and destroy, that ace, 5 first bloods just taking over. When you talk about a best of 9, you're going to be playing a lot of search and destroy. How are they going to stop him?
Well, yeah, that's we're still trying to figure that out. I think everyone else is still trying to figure that out. But I mean, not only was he just so impactful on that Miami, but he did it a little differently. It wasn't all about his aggression. He read the round really well. He used an XM4. He kind of slowed things down. I like what Atlanta FaZe brought to the table on Miami Search and Destroy. And then in the respawns, I mean, him and Simp, they really slowed down Huke. I mean, they destroyed in that first series. But aBeZy, he can do it all. He makes everyone's job, well, easy.
Might not be as easy this time. Empire bounced back in a big way. They're warmed up, guns up, ready to go. But looking at his stats right now, overall great. But obviously, the search and destroy stands out massively.
1.34 as the entry guy. That's like, you're hoping your entry guy has around a 1. Why? Because typically when you're the entry guy, you want to get the first one, and then usually you're traded. That's just the way your kind of life goes on. But a 1.34, he's making so many impactful plays after that as well. It's just what makes them so dangerous.
And now we'll take a look at the Astro social soundboard from Atlanta FaZe. And aBeZy, another raise coming your way. Yeah, pay the man. He deserves it, absolutely, with the high level of play he has brought to the table. It's great to see from FaZe. Having a little bit of fun with that. But no, seriously, whatever you're paying him, up that.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, I mean, yeah, up it, double it, whatever it knows, because you know there's going to be a lot of people that would love to have him on the team.
Yeah, well, the 2 teams left are the 2 teams I think many expected entering the year. It's going to be, we're all praying that it's nothing like what we saw in the winners bracket final. These teams go toe-to-toe with each other. I know it's familiar faces. I know it's world champions all over the place. But let's meet our squads. We're going to start with Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta, Georgia, you magnificent beast, you. This is 2021, baby. And the 2021 Atlanta FaZe are stacked. We got us a member of the Scuff Team of the Year by the name of Simp.
Grabs the bomb, 10 seconds left, and he realizes he can't get to the other side.
The other battle-hardened returnees are aBeZy and Cellium.
Out of the way! Cellium! No, he's not even shot down! aBeZy doesn't even need to go fence!
Arcitys is here.
Can he get the angle over the top? He gets the kill! Arcitys with the 1v2 clutch!
Atlanta FaZe.
In a league just littered with talent. Stacked squads all over the place, but right now this is the one sitting atop. They made it here through the winners bracket. They cruised through the winners bracket final. One more series, Joe.
Yeah, one more series. I mean, you know these guys, Arcitys, Cellium, those will be your AR players. Cellium running that flex. Then the Tiny Terrace, aBeZy and Simp, and we were just kind of talking about like what just makes them so special. I don't know if there's really been like a submachine gun duo in like COD history who, you know, you've had some really good ones, but as consistent as these two have been, it is really tough to top. That's why they are just so hard to go up against no matter what.
Well, if there's one team that you think maybe can, it's Shotzzy and Huke on the other side of it. So stacked there as well, but they didn't come to play the first time around. Now they get the rebound match. They get the 3-0 victory. They're primed and ready to go. Let's meet the Empire.
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Huke is in, you mate. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day.
Joe, your tweet during the match was actually insane. What was it? 40 drop map one in the last series from Huke. In the winners bracket final versus FaZe, he had 42 total kills. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that just sort of tells you the tale of this first winners final series when they met each other a couple hours ago. But Shotzzy, Crim, iLLeY, and Huke, a stacked roster from top to bottom. I don't think we heard the listening. They didn't bring it the intensity. We heard it the second time. It felt like there was a more urgency. That's what we're looking for. Crim and Huke need to be those leaders in game, and well, they just have to show up.
Well, you're starting to talk about how they can win this thing, so let's get right into our game fuel keys to victory, and we'll start it off with Empire. As we go through it, we were chatting through this kind of during the last match, especially once Empire went up 2-0, like what they need to do to maybe come out of this. What was the major things that stood out for you?
Well, I mean, they have to slow down the Tiny Terrors. I mean, they were like a 1.3 and a 1.5. Huke had a 0.74, Shotzzy a 0.86. They just have to step up from their first series. It has to be better. This lane needs to improve from the winners finals to the tournament final to disrupt the flow of FaZe's game. They were outslayed by 39. Game one, it was pretty even, but after that, it was all Atlanta FaZe. Those disruptions, this lane, that causes that chaos that you're looking for. Bring the intensity in the comms. When we go to a listening, I better hear something different.
Yeah, and that's I think I mentioned it. It was like the first time we've heard there's a couple moments of silence, and not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, the intensity really wasn't there versus maybe the listening we had with FaZe, where they really seemed to be on point. The comms, not frantic, but obviously just non-stop and on top of things. The keys to victory for Atlanta FaZe. Joe, what do you think there?
Yeah, you touched on it in the best of 9. You're going to be playing a lot of search and destroy. You can use that deep map pool and search and destroy to your advantage. You have a win on every single map that you play in this CDL. That is going to help them in the long run. Continue to play with good fundamentals that we saw in the winners final. There was not a lot of mistakes. Players were playing their life. It just felt like they were waiting for one another. It was as close to perfect Call of Duty you are going to get. In Atlanta, they were 2-5 in finals last year. Arcitys was brought in to change the culture for these finals. They have been great up until this point, but now they have to bring it. Can Atlanta FaZe hit that next level?
Yeah, this is the test, right? You got to a ton of finals last year. 2 of those 5 losses, who were they to? Empire, one of them being in the World Championship. So the old squad had no issue getting here. It's once they got there that they couldn't close it out. And this is where we see, because from the RJ and Crowder and the culture shift and the focus on fundamentals and Arcitys coming into this squad is the improvement there. Because if they come in here and they lose, there's obviously still some issues going on. But man, if they can replicate or get close to replicating what they did in that winners bracket final, I think they'll be in a great spot. But you're going to be playing a different Empire. I tweeted some people about it. Like, usually when you have a 3-0 like that and it's 2 top teams, there's 2 sides to it, right? 1, FaZe played lights out, but 2, Empire came out flat, didn't play all that great. Empire wasn't on form. So coming off of that 3-0 they just got, you got to expect that they're going to bring it here a bit better, and they're going to throw that first punch. FaZe has got to be ready for it.
I think Atlanta FaZe know that, though, as well. As important as that is, I think they need to come out of the gate and